Hello and welcome to the fifth video, the last video in this series on the basics of English pronunciation. Last time we were talking about word stress and the stressed syllable in transparent words. Today we're going to be talking about intonation. But what is intonation? Do you remember from my first video? Okay. In my first video, maybe you remember that I told you that intonation is basically the music of a language. Okay, it's the way it sounds, it's the way the voice goes up and down, it's the rhythm, it's the pitch, how high, how low, it's the tempo. That's what intonation is. And the intonation of English is very different to the intonation of French. You can probably hear that when you imitate English speakers, you use a different music in your voice. Okay, now there are three basic types of intonation. There is level intonation. That's when your voice is simply quite flat, monotonous, you might say. There is intonation that goes up. So when your voice goes up, okay, that's called rise. Rise, your voice goes up. And there is fall. That's the third type of basic intonation. Fall. That's when your voice goes down. Okay. There's also rise, fall. Okay. And fall, rise. But they're a bit complex, so we won't be talking about them today. So today we're just going to focus on level intonation, rising intonation, and falling intonation. Now, the intonation that you use, whether your voice goes up or down, conveys meaning. Now, level intonation is very easy because it's simply neutral intonation. Okay, so you can hear that, for example, in the very short word yes, yes. Okay, yes, with a full stop here, very neutral. It's just an answer, yes. Rising intonation, however, shows that you are indefinite or that you are unsure about something. For example, yes, yes. You can see I'm not sure in my voice. There's a question mark here, which shows that I'm not sure. Falling intonation, on the other hand, is definite and sure. So, for example, you can hear when I say yes, yes, with an exclamation mark, there's my voice going down. Let's have a look at some examples in some sentences, however, because we don't often just say one word on its own. Intonation is a feature of connected speech. Okay, let's have a look at this example. You need to revise vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. You need to revise vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Hopefully you can hear that my voice went up with each of these words and it went down at the end. I've also underlined these words. These are the key words, the important words, which I said louder than the other words. Now, typically, your voice will go up when you're giving a list, like I did here. Vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. At the end of my list, my voice goes down. Now, there are some other times when your voice tends to go up. Okay. For example, in yes/no questions. Okay, so do you understand? Do you understand? Okay. You can hear, hopefully, that my voice is going up at the end. That's because I'm unsure of the answer. The answer could be yes or no. There are two possibilities. In WH questions, for example, however, your voice goes down at the end. Where do you live? Where do you live? And that's because I'm sure there is an answer. Okay, this person has one answer for where they live. Where do you live? Okay, so that's intonation. Now, the thing that's difficult with intonation is that it's not fixed. So it's not like vowel sounds or word stress where you can look in the dictionary and find out how to say something, how to pronounce something. Intonation is something that is more variable and something that changes depending on your mood and depending on your meaning. But what can you do to improve your intonation in order to sound more English, in order to sound more like a native speaker, in order to adopt the music of English? Well, I'm going to tell you about a little technique that you can try in order to improve your intonation. It's a technique that's called shadowing. It's a very simple principle. You basically listen to someone speaking in English and then repeat what they say, okay? All the time trying to keep the music of what you hear. So for example, you can listen to a podcast and repeat what you hear. I'm going to try this out with Pierre-Gilles, who's here with me. So where's Brian?
Where's Brian?
Well done, Pierre-Gilles, thank you. And another example, for example, you could watch a television series, your favourite television series, stop it at one point and try and repeat what you heard, trying to keep the music, okay? So let's do another example, Pierre-Gilles. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Well done, Pierre-Gilles. Okay, so that's shadowing, and that's a little tip for you to help you improve your intonation, to help you really get the music of English, okay, which can have a major impact on your level of English. Thanks for watching.